This is not a joke. Moonlight has won Best Picture. Moonlight, Best Picture.
Sunday night's Academy Awards were capped by a Best Picture mix-up that will likely be remembered as the most cringe-worthy moment in Oscar history. Here to discuss the highs and lows of Oscar night is WSJ Senior Editorial Director Christopher Farley. Hi, Chris. Wow. So Moonlight won for Best Picture, but not until that embarrassing moment.
Was it embarrassing? Was it cringeworthy? Or was it awesome? The fact that Hollywood loves a great twist ending, The Sixth Sense, The Usual Suspects. This delivered that. If you powered through this entire incredibly long ceremony, you finally got a moment of shock. You know, I can think American cultures that have torn between two kinds of cultures. I mean, the kind of social media culture where you get things now, you're following things live, and the kind of DVR, on-demand culture, you watch it whenever. But moments like this bring us all together. You have to be there. You have to be watching it live to really experience the horror and the interest of it. And I think it'll make people want to tune into these kinds of live events more in the future.
So you're a glass half full kind of guy. You see the good side of this.
The glass is not only half full. I think it's brimming over with delicious soda.
Right.
It's fantastic. And I think that next year's Oscars will probably see more of a boost in ratings because this happened. Now for PricewaterhouseCoopers, it's not so great.
Well, I was going to say, for them, it's certainly an embarrassing moment. They did issue an apology. They're taking full blame. They say, "We sincerely apologize to Moonlight, La La Land, Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, and Oscar viewers for the error made during the award announcement for Best Picture. The presenters had mistakenly been given the wrong category envelope, and when discovered, was immediately corrected." Do you think this will lead to any changes?
Well, until we know exactly why they were given that wrong envelope, it's hard to come up with suggestions. But you can imagine some, like maybe get an intern to check those envelopes before you hand it to people like Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway. Maybe have a tape delay so people can stop everything from going on if there's some sort of mistake. But we'll have to wait and see what exactly happened, how the envelope got in Warren Beatty's hand before you can come up with some suggestions on how they can do better.
And I love how social media is ripe with conspiracy theories over all of this, that it was a Jimmy Kimmel prank or it was, Leonardo DiCaprio's fault. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, the one bad thing in this is the fact that there were some really interesting things that did go on in the Oscars. I mean, of course, in past Oscars, there are all these complaints about Oscars so white. This time around, we saw Viola Davis win for Best Supporting Actress. We saw Mahershala Ali from Moonlight win for Best Supporting Actor. We saw the Iranian director Asghar Farhadi win in a powerful speech in which he attacked the travel ban. He won for Best Foreign Film. So there are other
he
things.
accepted in absentia. So that
wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
The statement, to make this clear, it was read by someone else, and he wasn't there because of the travel ban, because of the unclear nature of it.
Yes.
He didn't come to the ceremony.
We have that moment, Chris. We're going to play it.
I'm sorry I'm not with you tonight. My absence is out of respect for the people of my country and those of other 6 nations whom have been disrespected by the inhumane law that bans entry of immigrants to the U.S.
I mentioned that woman is the first Iranian woman to go into space,
yes.
Which was fabulous. This wasn't the only, though, example of the politics making its way forward in the night, correct?
Well, to a certain extent, even the winner, Moonlight, spoke to the political nature of the times. I mean, La La Land, everyone acknowledges it's a terrific film, but it is, in the end, entertainment. It's escapism. The win by Moonlight, a $1.5 million film that's about a man confronting sexuality, confronting himself as being the other in society, at a time when we're seeing in Washington a pullback from Obama-era guidance protecting transgender students. Seeing this film win, it really is a statement. It's saying there's no escape from politics. We're going to be talking about this. It's going to be at the movies. You have to confront what's happening in your society, and Hollywood's going to be in on the conversation. So I think all those moments made last night really interesting, even beyond the huge screw-up at the end.
Absolutely. And the blue ribbons that a lot of celebrities were wearing in support of the American Civil Liberties Union. That was another overt political demonstration as well. Now, what do you make of the Jimmy Kimmel's performance as host? What's your feeling about
Jimmy
that?
Kimmel's best moment came when he brought in that group that thought they were on a tour, and they wandered in, and they saw all these celebrities, and they went down the front row, and one of them asked Denzel Washington to marry them. That was funny. That was unexpected. It was sort of a collision of kind of, you know, reality TV with the Oscar ceremonies. I think that caught everybody by surprise, including those poor, unsuspecting tourists. So that was pretty cool. And I think throughout it, he had a note of humor. I mean, tweeting at President Trump during the broadcast, that was funny and interesting and kind of, you know, push some buttons. So he did have his moments.
Right. Now, in terms of losers that we feel bad for, you know, we don't want to feel bad for La La Land or Moonlight. They're all doing great. Fences, you say, didn't get the recognition it probably should have.
Well, Fences, Viola Davis did win. I think Hidden Figures was the one that was a movie that I thought didn't get what it deserved. I mean, it got some nominations. It actually is the highest grossing picture of all the movies that were nominated for Best Picture, and didn't come home with any of the major awards. And that was too bad for a film that got great reviews, got stellar box office, did a service, I think, to the movies by putting 3 black women in 3 exciting roles and highlighting the true story of these women who helped change the course of NASA. In the end, they went home empty-handed.
Absolutely. All right, Chris Farley, thank you so much for all your insight.